Good morning everyone. My name is Ravi Kumar and I am from Softcell Technologies, and I am here to discuss upon Nutanix as a hyperconverged infrastructure. So as we can see, like most of the organizations today are all dependent upon the applications, and I can just give you a brief about how Nutanix works, but first I will give you a brief about all the infrastructure as a 3-tier architecture legacy, how it works. So as of now we can see like the main component of all the organizations are the apps, so which brings in all the money to all the organization. So now if we see like the layer below this will be the virtualization, since all the organizations are supposed to be dependent, and like there are like so many virtualized environment in the market today. Like if you talk about Microsoft or be it anything, like there are so many AHVs as of now, like hypervisors as of now. Beyond coming to that, then there is this the main component of all the features, that is the servers. There will be the complete servers which will be the complete in the 3-tier architecture. Going beyond that, then there will be the network fabric switches which will be a part of this. Which will be like always computing, and below this it will be the complete storage structures. Like if we can put it across, it will be like the storage here. And the network fabric switch, what they do is like they will be like connecting components to all your servers, and then post that we have these applications running. And what we always see is there will be like a separate people who will be managing, like there will be one person who will be managing virtualized environment, one person will be managing servers, one person who will be there managing the storage aspect. And whenever it comes to any of the challenges, and if the application is not working, so the app developer, there will be app developers, then there will be application testers. So there will always be a blame game starting. They will be blaming across, the developer will be blaming the testers will be saying the virtualized component was not working properly, then they will blame upon the servers, then there will be people who will manage, there will be a lot of confusion and challenges. So these are basic 3D architecture which used to be followed always. Then it came, that's the reason we have come across with a solution, that is a simple solution that we call, that is a hyperconverged infrastructure. And the leader for that currently is Nutanix. With a net promoter score of 90 plus, we can get an understanding like how robust and how this product is, so that the net promoter score itself is going so high. So the thing is, how HCI work. So Nutanix has bring across all these components, the virtualized environment, the virtualization, the servers, the storage, in a one piece, where HCI will be like addressing all your concerns, and that too, like you don't have to be like dependent upon all those people, and there will be like a simple console, that is Prism, from which you can manage all these aspects. So that is one of the best features, like the management will be the ease to the organization, and overall the cost will be reduced. So that is one component. Post that, it is also completely hardware agnostic. If you want, you can just go ahead and buy any of the hardware devices, be it Dell, EMC, whatsoever, and then it is a software defined platform where you just have to have any hardware, and Nutanix can run on top of it. So this is the brief overview of it, and then like as it is, as we have seen, the virtualization is there. So even Nutanix has its own hypervisor, that is for AHV, but still it's not compulsory, like you have to go ahead with the AHV as well, because there are in the market there will be like other AHVs. So as we mentioned, hardware agnostic. Similarly for hypervisors as well, we can use any. But there will be some added benefit if you go ahead with AHV, that which we can discuss upon later. So these are the basic fundamentals of the hyperconverged infrastructure. So most of the organization, what they do is, they have this 3D architecture, and what they do, they just go ahead for cloud, that is public cloud environment. So the thing is, public cloud will be very ease of use. They will not have any people to manage all these aspects, and they can directly push all their applications to the cloud, because it will be if anyone wants to go ahead and release their apps, so they don't have to get any challenges done. They can easily deploy. If they want to do it in a 2 or 3 days of time, they can go ahead and easily perform the same over the public cloud. But still, there are a lot of challenges which nobody finds out, because initially they will say like everything is possible on the public cloud, but once they are on the cloud, then there are quite a few challenges. Then again, the second thing, the benefit of public cloud is the scalability. Like if we take an example of the Big Billion Day, or in US there are like occasions where it is Christmas and all those aspects where there can be a surge on the shopping, and it will be a peak at some point of time. There will be a peak kind of a situation where they will be require a lot of scalability aspect, like in the Big Billion Day how it works. So, and on those aspect, public cloud is good to go, but it is not always required for all the applications to be on high availability, and it has to be on the peak always. So because so that's why we have come across with a concept of private cloud as well. So whenever, if any of the customer wants to have the cloud environment, they want to have in their own premises, they can just go ahead for the private cloud experience using Nutanix. So these are the few of the things which comprises of Nutanix, and it will definitely be worth trying the product, because it will reduce your ROI. The return of investment will be very less. Like you will be like getting a lot of benefit, and you don't have to be dependent upon so many licenses and renewals. Like for storage there will be, and similarly for servers there will always be renewal, and it is just on a node to node basis. Like if you want to scale, you can just easily buy nodes from Nutanix, and you can just good to go. So this was the complete overview of the solution. We can have the discussion post that as well once we meet and discuss the same. So once this is done, I would like to speak about like there are many an aspect like which are add-ons from Nutanix, which is Nutanix Calm, Nutanix Prism, Nutanix Files. So coming to Nutanix Files, I just want to talk about the same. So Nutanix File is a software-defined file servers, file storage, and is running on the Nutanix Enterprise Cloud Platform. So how does it work? So many of the organizations, they will be having their separate NAS storages, and be it one, be it many, because as the amount of files increases, the dependency also increases on the people, those who are managing the storage, to have their to manage all those aspects. So what Nutanix does is, Nutanix brings in like they already will be having the VMs running on the same, be it the Nutanix box. So in the Nutanix itself, you can just have the VMs as well as containers as per the requirement of the customers for the apps being developed. So it will be a software-defined NAS storage will be provided in the same Nutanix files. The same will be provided in Nutanix files. And again, like you don't have to be dependent upon the complete physical storage, and as it increases, you don't have to like buy in again the file storages in a bulk or like in a scale out basis. So having the same over the software defined aspect, you don't have to be dependent so much, and even like it gives you the flexibility to have any of the hardware, and you just have the software defined network on this. and then it is good to go. So this was all about Nutanix as well as Nutanix files. We will again get aligned and we'll discuss more on the various other projects as well, products also from Nutanix. Thank you.